Hi, everyone, and welcome to my healing call for the heart chakra. This is Valerie with the Sacred Mirror, and I am so excited to be talking with you today. Excuse me, to be talking with you today about the importance of clearing and healing our heart chakras. This healing call was inspired partly by Valentine's Day and also by a beautiful song called Ready to Love Again by Lady Antebellum that showed up on my YouTube feed not long ago. So I'm super excited about what I have to share with you today and just about sharing my gifts and personal experiences to help others heal and be able to open up to love and healthy relationships and to follow their path. So I would like to begin by starting with a quick prayer. And I'm going to be calling in all of our angels and guides. I call on the ancestors and the way showers. All of those connected to anyone listening live or on the replay, all of those connected to you in spirit. I call in the powers of earth, air, fire, water. I call in spirit. And I ask that we are connected and grounded to Mother Earth below us and to the energy of Father, Son above us. I ask for the divine God, source, universe to be present, to bring this healing to its infinite level for everyone on the call. And I ask to be used as a pure channel to assist all of those who need healing. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. And so it is, so it is, so it is. So as I usually tell you guys when I start these calls, that I do these healing calls, they're usually inspired by some personal experience. As most healers and spiritual healers and guides, I go through things. Excuse me, I'm gonna get some water. I don't know what's going on here with my throat. I go through experiences and then I share them with others. So I go through these things so that I can share others and assist other people in healing. And one of the things that I'm very passionate about is assisting people in having conscious and healthy relationships, in releasing toxicity, toxic relationships, toxic people, toxic experiences, and just opening up to true divine love and making space in our lives for a true divine partnership to come in, and also just to have loving relationships with ourselves and others. So one of the things that is very critical in being able to open up to love, as you can imagine, is having an open heart chakra. Having an open, not only making sure that our heart chakra is open, but that it is healed and it is healthy. If it isn't, well, let me explain it this way. So energetically, our heart chakra is literally the gateway between our upper and lower chakras. So when we block off or we close it or we close off our heart chakra, we are literally crucifying ourselves energetically and not allowing very important energy flow to happen. So that's the first thing, first and foremost, that is important to our overall health of our chakra system and our energy system, to have this gateway open and healed. Also, if we have a blocked off or closed heart chakra, it can make it very difficult for us to have loving relationships with ourselves and others. It can cause us to push love away and block it out and not allow it. We can stay in unhealthy relationships, unhealthy patterns, and continue to attract romantic partners and other people into our lives that just aren't good for us. Or even just holding on to things from the past, and not being able to let go of that and move forward. So we can experience blockages in our heart chakra, where we just have certain blockages, or we can also have what's called heart armor or heart walls, which are they're just energetic walls that we form around our hearts due to past experience of so much pain and trauma. And we literally block off our heart with these walls, and we can't receive love. Nothing can get inside. And then by doing this, we also send out an energetic signal that repels love. So then in turn, we attract partners and people's partner. Okay, tongue tied. Then in turn, we attract partners and people into our lives that just don't truly love us, or they're not healthy for us. And some of the reasons that we may have blocks in our heart chakra or have unhealed heart chakras or heart walls, one of the biggest things I think that I have found in my work that impacts most people is past hurts and trauma, most especially those as a child. Any physical, emotional. I do not know what is going on with tongue tied today. Any physical, emotional, or sexual abuse as a child can really lock us down and cause a lot of blocks and heart walls in the heart chakra. Also, another thing that can happen to children is having narcissistic parents. And just as a side note, I'm going to mention that I have dealt with narcissism myself, and I know the damage it can cause. And I'm actually working on a package and working on helping more people heal from narcissistic abuse. And I'll talk about that at the end. But right now, just to know that if you had a very narcissistic parent, that they can be very cold and unemotional and be more focused on themselves. So that can really cause a lot of damage to the heart chakra and inner child. And also, if as an adult later you experience, and most likely that is what happens if there was some narcissistic parent issue, when we are older, we also attract those types of people into our lives and experience relationships with them. And that can even more so damage our heart chakra, block us off, cause us to build up more and more walls. Also, past failed relationships. Maybe we just hang on to what happened in the past. And, some of us have been hurt so much that we just kind of block off our heart. We just don't want to experience it again. It's interesting because we can be in this energy of, I know in my own personal journey, this is what it's been for me. It's been really be in this energy of really wanting to experience a divine partnership and a soul-connected love, but not really being able to open up to it because of the fear. And then when it shows up, we kind of push it away. Maybe it's what we asked for and what we really wanted, and then it shows up and we kind of push it away because our hearts aren't open. We can't, we just can't allow it in. So also experiencing negative emotions and thoughts, lack of trust can cause us to block our heart chakras, and old programming, adopting unhealthy beliefs around love and relationships. Those can be beliefs that we adopted from our families. They can be beliefs that we adopted from society, whatever they may be. So anyway, however the energy of whatever the cause is, and however the energy of a blocked and or unhealed heart chakra or heart walls shows up for you in your life, it's just something critical for us to heal, to be able to allow all of our good in that the divine wants to share with us. And as Jeff Brown is one of my favorite authors, he wrote this book. He's written many books, but his first book that I read was called A Common Bond, an Uncommon Bond. Anyway, it was about his experiences about a very soul connected relationship. And anyway, as Jeff Brown says, one of the things that he says in some of his writing is, healing our hearts gives love a place to land. So if we don't have a healed heart, when love shows up, it doesn't have anywhere to go. So let's talk about, I'm going to share some ways with you that we can heal and strengthen the heart chakra, some things that we can do. And then I'm going to facilitate an activation. So one of the ways that we can heal and strengthen the heart chakra is to learn to establish healthy boundaries with others. Okay. Just know that it's okay to say no, and don't say no. Don't say yes when you really want to say no. Establishing healthy boundaries is really, really important to help us heal and strengthen our heart chakra and our relationships in general. Also, give yourself permission to feel. I think this is especially difficult for the divine masculine. Males in our society have been kind of taught to play it tough or mask their emotions. And so sometimes it can be a challenge. It's challenging for feminine as well, especially those of us who've been in very narcissistic relationships and been hurt a lot. We kind of block off and giving ourselves permission to feel. But I think this is a big one for masculine as well. And if you can think about that and really focus on giving yourself permission to feel, and also really focusing on allowing yourself to receive love. Sometimes just being aware that we are not open to receiving love and focusing on receiving love and allowing that in can cause a huge shift, in our ability to love and to allow love in. Also, appreciation and forgiveness work. There are many ways to do that. There are meditations, there's journaling, whatever works for you. I'm not going to go into all of that, but whatever works for you. But just think about some ways that you can focus on appreciation and forgiveness. Another big one that I know I personally have struggled with and experienced is letting go of the martyr role and releasing the victim mentality, being in victim mode. Especially those of us who have experienced abuse. If you've experienced any type of abuse, be it physical, emotional, sexual, if you've been subjected to narcissistic abuse, letting go of seeing ourselves as a victim is one of the biggest things we can do to shift things and start to heal. Also, doing shadow work, exploring and acknowledging those dark, locked away emotions that we have. And this will involve inner child healing as well, as a lot of our shadow side and dark emotions that we hold and we repress that come from our inner child. There are lots of ways of doing shadow work. And if that resonates with you, I encourage you to look up on, you can look up on YouTube a couple of shadow work meditations or how to do shadow work. That's something that I've been looking into myself lately. Also, if you would, like to connect with me in a personal coaching session or whatever, I can help you look at these things as well that we've just talked about. Also, another way that we can really heal and strengthen the heart is connecting with nature. Because just being out in nature and connecting to the divine, to God, source, universe, whatever you call or connect with as a higher power, and especially surrounding ourselves in green. And green is one of the colors of the heart chakra that resonates with the heart chakra. So that can really help to heal. I know myself that when I am really hurting and emotional and caught up in a situation where I just have so many negative emotions and my heart feels like it's just breaking, that's the first thing that I usually do is go outside and connect with nature and just walk barefoot in the grass, walk down to the lake nearby my house or whatever. It doesn't matter if it's late at night, early in the morning, whenever it is. If I am really hurting, connecting with nature always seems to heal me. So I encourage you to try that if you haven't already. And there's also working with crystals. There are many crystals that resonate with the energy of the heart chakra and that can assist you in healing and strengthening and clearing the heart chakra. One of my favorites is malachite. It's a very beautiful dark green. It has a great energy. There's also rose quartz, jade, green fluorite, um, pink opal, pink tourmaline. Mostly in general, it will be green and pink stones. One of the things that I like to do, and I will do that as I facilitate the activation today, is to connect with the energy of rose quartz and green fluorite to assist in heart healing. You can look up on, also Google on the internet. There are many more stones that you can work with, but the ones that I named, those are the ones that I have worked with personally, that I feel a resonance with and that I really like. Also, yoga and deep breathing is one of my personal favorites to connect with the heart and just kind of strengthen and heal the heart. The practice of yoga really puts us in our heart center and awareness. And so the more that we can tap into that energy, the more we can open up to our heart and receive clarity about what may be blocking, what may be there, what we need to work on, what we need to be aware of and shift. And then lastly, I have on my list of things to assist in healing and strengthening your heart chakra is joy. Just focus on living in joy. And now, I'm a realist. I understand that everything is not great all the time and that sometimes it can be difficult to tap into the joy. But the more time that we spend focusing on joy as a feeling, as a way of being all of the time, the more that we can focus on it, the more that we can bring it into our lives and the more that we can heal. I was listening to Abraham Hicks yesterday. I I love to listen to Abraham Hicks. And anyway, and someone's question was about feeling joy in turbulent times, in really rough times, when we're in really deep and sad emotions. Well, their question was about being in alignment with Source, which is what Abraham Hicks talks about. But being in joy is being in alignment with Source. So the answer to that was Abraham Hicks started talking about the analogy of swimming and how we don't teach someone how to swim by throwing them in turbulent waters, throwing them off a boat in turbulent waters when the waves are high, because their chances of success are very low. They're probably going to drown. So the point was that you learn how to swim in shallow waters when, there's no turbulence in shallow waters, and you learn how to swim short distances, and then you go more distances, and then you become a good swimmer. And then when you are tossed in the ocean and the waves are thrown about and it's turbulent and crazy, then you can be a good swimmer and you can survive. So it's the same thing, the same exact thing with joy. So if you can think about focusing on joy, just being in your heart center and just being in your joy as much as you can during the times when it's not crazy and sad and turbulent, then it makes the ability to be able to tap into that energy. It increases the strength of our ability to be able to tap into that energy when we're experiencing difficult times and kind of pull it in. And also, as a side note, Sonia from Ten of Cups Ministries has an activation called Activating Joy. Activating Joy. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Sonia, forgive me if you hear this, and I can't remember exactly what it's called. But and I believe she taps and uses the energies, calls on Archangel Haniel to assist. I am going to, I'll put the link to that in the description box. If this on the replay, I'll look it up to the activation, because I know that's been really helpful for me in staying in joy and attempting to connect to that energy. And I know how important focusing on connecting to that energy of joy has been in helping me shift and heal and open my heart more. So anyway, enough of the blah, blah. I am now going to facilitate an activation. I'm going to use Infinity Healing. And for those of you who don't know, who haven't listened to me before, you don't know how Infinity Healing works, I will activate the Infinity Healing template. And then I will ask you a series of questions or prompts. And it's your sacred yes that allows the download from Source, from your higher self. And the energy targets and locates exactly what it needs to shift things for you. So basically, all you have to do to receive the energy of each prompt is prompt. I am really tongue-tied today. Maybe my next call needs to be about clearing and strengthening throat chakras. Anyway, sorry. So let's just begin by closing our eyes, taking a few deep breaths, and just imagine yourself grounded and stable. See yourself wherever you are. See yourself growing roots that are just growing into Mother Earth. grounding down into the earth's core. And then imagine a huge beam of light that comes in through your crown chakra, moving down through your third eye, throat chakra, through your heart, down into your solar plexus, down into your sacral chakra, into your root chakra, down your legs, your feet, and just surrounding you completely. Just see yourself surrounded in this huge, just glowing energy of light from source. Okay, take a deep breath and release. And I am now activating the Infinity Healing energetic template. And if you would like to receive that energy, simply say yes. Would you like to receive an infinity healing to clear away anything that is in the way of you releasing or receiving the maximum during this healing session? If you would like that, say yes. Yes. If there is any part of you that is interfering with, sabotaging, or does not understand what is available in this healing today, would you like to receive a process to move those parts aside, show them what is happening from the highest possible perspective, so that all aspects of your being can be in alignment with this healing? If you would like that, say yes. Would you like to receive an infinity healing to clear any heart chakra blockages, heart armor, and heart walls, and to target and locate the root cause of them and release that energy and stored emotional charge throughout all levels of your being? And do you want to receive a clearing of all old programs and unhealthy beliefs around love that cause you to keep your heart closed and blocked off from love, love of self, love of others? Any old programs and unhealthy beliefs that keep you from allowing any type of love in your life? If you would like that, say yes. And would you like to receive an infinity healing to assist you in releasing all negative emotions and thoughts? Would you like to receive an infinity healing to target and locate the root cause of your childhood experiences, past hurts, traumas, and past relationship experiences that have led to heart walls and blockages, and to slowly start to unravel that energy so that you can begin to open up to new and healthy experiences in relationships with yourself and with others? If you would like that, say yes. And would you like to receive a download to know what it looks like, feels like, is like to have a healthy, open, and vibrant heart chakra, live from your heart space, and trust in others and the divine, and have this be your new energetic set point throughout all directions of time and space? Would you like to receive a download from your higher self to allow you to release the old relationship and broken heart stories and to shift into the vibration of a new relationship story that matches the most healed and healthy version of yourself? Okay, take a deep breath and release. I am now bringing in the energy of rose quartz, this heart healing energy of rose quartz and green fluorite. So just imagine this as a beautiful swirl. It's a pink and green swirl of energy that is just encircling you, filling up your energy field, and radiating from your heart chakra. I'm also calling on Archangel Raphael to be present to assist us in this healing. Archangel Raphael is amazing for heart healing and healing old wounds. So we're just going to allow him to be here now and share his healing energy and presence with us during this time. I'm also going to be channeling open heart Reiki. And I'm going to go silent for a few moments so that you can allow this energy to integrate. All right, take a deep breath and release. Okay, now I'm activating the autopilot command, and this will allow these energies to run on, in, and through you until you experience the maximum shift that is available to you through this healing. If you would like to receive the autopilot command, simply say yes. Okay, we're going to take another deep breath and release and set the intention to ground this energy and ground this healing. And I ask that the divine God, source, universe take this healing to its infinite level, beyond what any of us could have ever imagined. I ask this for everyone who listens, whether live or on the replay. That everyone who listens to this call experience the joys of an open, healed, strong, vibrant, healthy heart chakra. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. I would like to thank everyone for being here with me. I really appreciate the support. I just would like to share a few more things with you. If you are experiencing a lot of challenges with relationships and heart, any kind of relationship issues, opening up to love, past wounds, and you'd like to go deeper, you can subscribe to my website at thesacredmirror.net. And if you subscribe to my website, you'll receive a free healing audio called Healing the Wounded Heart. And I will put the link to that below, and also the link to the blog that I wrote when I wrote this activation. So it tells about some of my experiences that inspired me to write the activation. I also have another audio called Clearing Fears of Emotional Intimacy, and it goes deeper into clearing away some of the things that cause us to be afraid to open up to emotional intimacy. And I also have another audio called Clearing Blocks to Self-Love. And if you book a session, any session that is booked in the month of February, you can go on my website, and when you book the session and schedule it, you'll receive a coupon from me after the booking to get a free audio. So you can get one of the other 2 audios that I have free if you book a session for February. Something else that I wanted to share with everyone on the call is that I am now very much led to focus on helping people heal from narcissistic abuse. So I am currently working on a package to assist narcissistic abuse survivors to becoming thrivers. And this is going to be by focusing on spiritual and emotional healing, because those are the things that I am gifted with and that I can help you with. For now, I'm offering my services at 30% off, any of my sessions at 30% off to those who need assistance in healing, anyone who is a narcissistic abuse survivor. You can contact me, just send me an email. I'll put my email in the link below. Just send me an email, let me know about your situation, and I'll send you and tell me, let me know about your situation, and we'll discuss what type of session you would like to do, and I'll send you a discounted invoice, and we'll schedule your session. So that is what I'm doing for now until I finish putting this package together. I also want to say about that I will work with your child as well. If you have a child who has experienced narcissistic abuse and needs assistance in healing from that, and we can, your child doesn't necessarily have to talk to me or be present. If your child is under the age of 18, for instance, we can do infinity healing, and you can receive the prompts and the energy on behalf of your child. I have used this myself, and my own child have experienced a lot of narcissistic abuse, and I have used healing methods for my own child, and I know that I've really seen that make a difference in our lives. So just keep that in mind if you or your child or children are experiencing narcissistic abuse or have experienced, and you're really trying to heal from that. Please contact me, because I can understand and feel your story more than you ever know. And I know what it's like to be there, and I really, really want to help others to start thriving, and not just being in that energy of just trying to survive day to day. So all that being said, thank you so very much for being here on the healing call. And for everyone who listens to this, whether live or on the replay, I am holding so much space for you that this activation and information will assist you in obtaining your highest joy in your life and all your relationships and all your interactions with others. And again, I thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful weekend. Namaste.